Hello guys, welcome back into another video. We're keeping a lot of our content centered around the MLB postseason that we have coming up. So this is if the postseason started today. Of course, we got a few more games. Watch out for a video coming out on just kind of these last couple days of playoff races. So we'll start off with the AL. Between the Yankees and the Red Sox, I'm going to take the Yankees in that one-game wild card. Sale versus Cole. I think Cole's got it, but I'm not even sure if the Yankees will end up being there. So, Yankees, Rays. I got to go with the Rays. The Rays just have not found any ways to lose this year. So, I'm going to take the Rays there. Next up, we got the White Sox versus the Astros. So, if you really look into this White Sox team, their whole team's dominant. Their whole team is really good. They have Grandal, Abreu, Cesar Hernandez, Tim Anderson, Yohan Moncada, Eloy Jimenez, Luis Robert, and then a little bit of a weak left field with Larry Garcia and Andrew Vaughn and right. And then on the bump, though, their top three arms are Lynn, Rodon, and Giolito, who are all disgusting. And then if you go back to that bullpen, they have Kimbrel and Hendricks, who are both nasty. But when you look at this Astros squad, they're also really solid. But I think, in my opinion, I think it'd go Astros win game one. Or no, White Sox win game 1 and 2 with Lynn and Rodon on the mound. Astros will come back with their three-starter being, they just have a little more depth, and I don't think Giolito's been that great. But so White Sox, Astros, and then I think the White Sox grabbed that third win in Game 4. Next up, we are going to move on to the ALCS. We have the White Sox versus the Rays. Again, you heard what I said already about that White Sox team. They're so good. The Rays are going to raise, as always. They have a really good bullpen. But I'm taking the White Sox here because I don't think that Rays model is going to play well against the White Sox. And I think the White Sox are going to be able to snatch a win. Next up, we move to the Atlanta Braves versus the Milwaukee Brewers. This is a tough one, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the Brewers pitching is too good for the Braves to beat. Fried will probably be their game one starter, but I think Burns wins that game, and then Morton is their game two starter, and I have Woodruff being able to pull that one off. So there you go. You got the Brewers up 2-0. Then you move on to game 3, and the Braves just don't have a good enough of a third starter to face Freddie Peralta, and I think that's going to be a sweep for the Milwaukee Brewers. My bad, missed this wild card. It's going to be Waino versus Scherzer, and Scherzer is just too good, I really think, for that White Sox team, and if they get in trouble, they still have Buehler, Urias, and Kershaw to go to. So give me the Dodgers there, and then they will move on to play versus the Giants. The Giants are really just been winning and winning and winning. They haven't been able to get stopped all year as we'd expected, but the Dodgers are too good. Their catcher, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Trey Turner, Corey Seager, Justin Turner, A.J. Pollock, and Chris Taylor. Bellinger is literally the weak spot of this team, and he was the MVP in 2019. And then you got Betts, and then on the mound you got Buehler, Scherzer, Urias, and Kershaw. Unfortunately, their bullpen is a little bit weak with Trinan and Jansen at the back, but I still like the Dodgers, and that's why I have the Dodgers beating the Giants. Dodgers versus Brewers, though, I think of the since I think this Dodgers Giants series is going to go a little deeper, the Brewers are going to have those 3 set back up I think Burns is going to get his win in Game 1. And then I think the Dodgers are going to tie it back up in Game 2 against Woodruff, because Woodruff might not do as well as you might hope. Game 3 is going to be Freddie Peralta, and the Dodgers are going to win that one. But as they move to fairly kind of a bullpen game with Adrian Hauser on the mound, the Brewers are going to win Game 4. So right here, I would have the Brewers and the Dodgers tied at 2, but I think the Dodgers are going to be able to run away with that last game and win that series. And over here in the ALCS, I already explained it. Give me the White Sox over the Rays there. Now, in my World Series, I have the Dodgers and the White Sox. I have a kind of a detailed comparison here. We went over this in a live stream in the past. This has been looking like my World Series matchup all year. Grandal versus Smith. I want Will Smith there. Max Muncy versus Jose Abreu. I want Jose Abreu there. He's going to be able to drive in a lot of runs. Trey Turner versus Cesar Hernandez. Trey Turner is far and away the winner there. And then you move to Tim Anderson and Corey Seager. And I got to take Tim Anderson. Seager really hasn't been there this much this year. Of course, right now it's 2-2. Moncada versus Justin Turner. I want Justin Turner. Eloy versus Chris Taylor. I would prefer Eloy. Out in center, Luis Robert versus Cody Bellinger. I'd prefer Luis Robert. Of course, Betts is better than the other right fielders on that White Sox squad. And that's where, for me, it's 4-4 in the lineup. And then you move on to the pitching rotation. You got Lynn versus Buehler. Lynn's probably better there. Buehler's still an absolute stud. Scherzer versus Rodon. Rodon's a stud, but Scherzer's better because he's probably going to win the Cy Young this year. I'd take I'd take Julio Urias over Lucas Giolito. So that's where kind of the Dodgers hop ahead. But then you get to the bullpen. I want Kimbrel and Hendricks over Treinen and Jansen all day. That fourth starter for the Dodgers is going to be a little bit better. So really, these are as comparable of teams as you can get in this World Series. Game 1, give it to the White Sox. Lynn's going to be shut down. Game 2, give it to Rodon. I think Rodon's going to be able to beat Buehler. I think the White Sox are going to have that 2-game lead, but as you saw last year against the Braves, the Dodgers are really going to be able to do it deeper. Urias is going to win Game 2. With their depth, I think the Dodgers are going to have Urias is going to win Game 3. I think the Dodgers' depth is going to be able to win Game 4. You get back to the top, I think Scherzer's going to beat Lynn there. And now Buehler versus Rodon, give me the White Sox. I think they're going to get to Game 7. Game 7 is going to be so exciting. I think it could be Giolito versus Urias on the mound, or it could be those top guys in Lynn and Buehler. But give me the White Sox. White Sox are my pick for the W in that final game. And that's going to be it for the video. That game is going to be on, in my opinion, you're going to see some Wednesday, November 3rd baseball. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.